Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Hand of Fate 2. So I've been playing the, what is this? The Hierophant quest over and over again for probably an hour and a half. And I finally, after about 7 or 8 attempts, have managed to survive the final battle and have 19 clues. As the violence subsides, you realize Father Galfrey is standing next to you, eyeing Rowena's body glibly. Such a shame. Plus 6 thieves bounty, that doesn't matter. He looks up at you, now to balance the accounts. You took every precaution, I owe you a great debt. Let me show you how to pick a fool with a heavy purse from a crowd, and then you, my friend. He takes a ring from his hand and places it on you, will never be wanting of gold. So potentially, had I gotten the gold token for the Hierophant much earlier in playing this game, I might have just had a massive amount of gold earlier, which definitely can be helpful if you just want to buy a bunch of equipment and buy the best equipment.
Well, your skills continue to improve.
So,
we'll
for
make a master of you yet.
For saving Father Gallifrey and finding all the clues, we get Dealing with Thieves Platinum card and Berta's Betting House, which I probably will never do. Also, we have a Light of Truth card. I also completed a shard token. For completing the shard, we have some more custom configurations, but your guess is as good as mine as far as what's the difference between the card on the left and the card on the right. Seems like I just got really screwed there. So that's another gold token. But once again, that doesn't seem like that's unlocking anything for me. The next one would be Strength. Let's jump into Hierophant just for a second here, so we can just show the cards I was playing. Which, yeah, there's not a lot of progress that was made overall in encounter cards in between the last recording and this one. Frankly, I was about to start to just grind and see if I could defeat some of the Brimstone cards. And kind of a shocking lack of progress overall on the equipment cards. The problem with the Hierophant, I did get the shard on this, but I'll still probably want to play Gambler's Jewel. A lot of these cards require fame before you can even equip them, so you're halfway through a short level like Hierophant before you even can start to make any real progress with them. And yeah, that just becomes a compounded issue where the first half of a 30 to 40 minute run is really just you trying the same strategy of fighting without anything. So there's really no reason to play Hierophant the second time. So it would either come down to try Strength, Justice, or the Hanged Man. Let's start with a basic question. Do we think we're any better or closer to defeating mages? If we did Ketera here, then let's go back and read this. Gambits, fighting corrupted, ancient mal. So this is the one where you get curses, right? I'm pretty sure. That's why we have the curse eating card there. And then we have a lot of food improvements. Yeah. So man of the world to reveal the map. Might be somewhat helpful. Of course, I don't think pickpocket. If we take man of the world to reveal the map, then we can't take the curse eater card. So it overall just doesn't really feel like too much is different. You would half expect that some of these cards might reveal that they have extra attributes to them, but kind of doesn't seem like they do. We would be fighting mages in this scenario. Let's see. Get rid of things that aren't particularly helpful, and kind of get rid of Colburn's sword too. I don't think you're going to be fighting northerners. I don't know a real point where you would actually start to fight goblins. There clearly is a balance that they want to have here, but I don't know if it's really worth it. Yeah, looking at this, it doesn't feel like I've really upgraded enough things where it would make sense to try this again. I also noticed that this one item is written in such a way that it takes up so much speed. Not speed, so much space that you can't even read the bottom part of it. And that's a DLC element in particular, so. Light of Truth. Should try anything new, so we just know what the cards do. What do we want? Fame and gold and a blessing. Versus. Yep. Here's another great example of just repositing 25 thieves. Never seems to really happen when you have that weapon equipped. This one's even crazier. Reflect 50 arrows from goblins to unlock this target. I don't know if I've ever even seen a goblin shoot once. One thing we could do is take the buckler and reposit 15 enemies that way. Or we could go with leather armor. Probably not going to run into an ogre, but you might. So yeah, that would be my setup here. But then, you know what I just realized? So we have this one item that does justify doing strength. And let's do that. All right. We want defense. I think not max life. So the quest here is to kill 3 ogres. So change our companion from Malachi to Hubie. Come over here. And I think Healing Spirits is probably still a very useful card. Although it may not really be as useful as I think. Seems like there's going to be potentially a long list of cards. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of what I think. I can see keeping exploding doodads. This would be dumb. We don't need blessings. We could gain life and heal. So we should try that. We don't know what this will do. So it give us platinum equipment. So that's probably the right move. We'll try that, gain life. Well, I guess the question is how many gain life cards do we need versus gain an artifact items. Because really what we're looking for here is defense. Gaining fame is probably not needed. Gaining gold might be the easier way to actually get equipment. If I just have like a massive amount of gold, I can just buy what I need. This will give us a helm. So we're just trying to pick things that would be very useful. General store. It's probably never the real smart move. Seems like gnome hunt might make a lot more sense to do just over and over again. Do we want an artifact? Or recharge an artifact? Okay. So then it's just going to come down to who are we going to be fighting the most of? Ogres. So, yeah. have no idea what I'll be fighting. Let's see, you fight ogres and who else? Northerners, maybe? Northerners feel like they would be Northerners would be too strong, so it can't be Northerners. Goblins, probably not. If we take that, that's not so much an issue. I don't think we're fighting mages either. There is an argument to maybe taking like a golden shield and seeing if that upgrades it more. But pretty much you want a Hellion shield as the strongest shield. Take the blunderbuss. Take the frostbolt bolt instead of the blunderbuss. This one, just have to hit enemies with it. That's all you have to do. Skeletons. I'm pretty much gonna have to play that one quest to get skeletons to unlock. 10, 5, 20. So do we have any armor at all? Take one piece of armor. Empire. Reposit charge.
You do like that one, don't you?
And we need a helmet now. 6 helmet, 10 helmet. Helmets already equipped. Trying to balance out the number of things here. And unfortunately, you really have to just read every single one of these to see if any of them would be helpful. Okay, so that's a half attempt. Sorry about that. It took 20 minutes to get to this point. This is going to be a half attempt to see what we can do with the cards, and a half attempt to see if we can get gold on strength. Both of which are probably going to be fairly time intensive, so I really have a decent argument to potentially just play once for one episode here and then immediately play more off screen. This is a series that is approaching 50 hours anyways, so there's definitely an argument for that. 67 gold. is there any way you'd possibly have that much money on the first turn? No. So let's just make sure we are aware of what we have equipped. We have this battered helmet that we need to get upgraded, and a bunch of other artifacts that we need to collect. Let's see. Corrupted Northerners. I'm gonna go with corrupted. Of course, we can't afford any of that. So that's a bad card. And we can't afford any of that. Sell that for 7. That was dumb. So I've already made several mistakes in the first move. But that's fine, I kind of need to know where we're going to end up fighting anyways. Steel cards. Steel or Northerners?
Your artifact is empty now and will be of little use to you here.
Okay. So I should pick weapons that are Empire weapons, or I should play with Colborne's sword if I can. And see, the weird thing about this is I don't even think this is the best place to fight an ogre. I guess maybe you fight an ogre by making mistakes and bad rolls. It could be it. It could be the trick. Yeah, this definitely is a fight Northerners challenge. So I think I just want to learn a little bit more on this run, and then I probably should forfeit just as a matter of time saving. Just remind myself what's going on. One thing I also realized on the Hierophant is that in most of those encounters you can simply go from top to bottom to get all the hints and all to who the murderer is, so you actually can not pay attention, just ignore it. And let's see. So I did a full healing there. The healer will only give me the shard for curse removal. you don't see the ogre until you are very much at a higher spot. Might as well upgrade the armors. Yeah, you have to get equipment fairly early. And you have to survive, obviously, but this is way more of a fight Northerners quest than it is a fight Ogres quest. If you wanted to fight ogres in this quest, you're going to end up spending a lot of time working towards that final level. So am I accomplishing anything right now at all? I don't think I really am. Even Lionheart here is actually the wrong thing. So if I was to just like sell Lionheart, well, here's an interesting thing we can learn. Let's use this artifact and then try and sell it and see what it's worth now. It's still worth 20. Interesting. So you can totally use it, and its value only goes down on the last use. But we do have just absolutely nothing else. So unless there was actual progress happening as far as actually upgrading armor in a permanent roguelite fashions where those upgrades would carry over. Here, what we should do is just see what this does. So even that ogre grenade is not super helpful. Although wait, isn't it actually really helpful? We could use the grenade in basically every fight and then recharge the bomb artifact using Hubie's ability. it would be a balance you'd have to keep. Certainly. As far as just how many fights you can get through without Huey. If you're going to have him recharge your bomb. You definitely need to do every encounter you can possibly do, so you have enough items to upgrade. Now, unfortunately, this is just another one of these scenarios where you are going to fail fairly miserably if you don't have a piece of armor and a piece of and a shield and a helmet that are all
back
high.
to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Still getting a lot of repeated dialogue. Although in fairness, I think my criticism is becoming fairly repetitive too. That is good enough. Let's go ahead and forfeit. That's good enough to learn. Just remind myself what's going on here. Of course, if we are just grinding for the gold that is here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. If we could even grind out to that point, you are talking 6 cards, potentially, at a minimum 6 cards. You would hope that there would be more. Okay. So this is a gain life card for gold. This may lose max life, or give you equipment. Still don't know what that does. This is spend gold. We don't want that. Having 2 goblin characters is probably a mistake. Lose life, lose max life, lose life. Lose food. Well, you actually don't die in this one. You just lose food and get equipment. Alright, let's try that. It's probably crazy. Revealing the map. Probably not that helpful. Merchant's favor. Definitely the right move. Let's do that instead. The real trick is around stuff like this. A defense 10 helm. We don't need multiples of those. We want Colburn's sword. And we really only want Colburn's sword. We kind of don't want that. 20, 20, 20. 8 if we get that. 10 if we get that artifact. Let's see. What else makes a lot of sense? Armored enemies. We can do armored enemies if we're fighting the Empire. $200 damage to a living enemy when undead. This may also be a better card to take on the ogre at the very end. Gold paying cards, probably not what we're gonna run into. And I don't think anything else here makes a lot of sense. And then are we better off where we are? I think we are. Start again. Let's give this a try. In this weird situation, I really would like to find a way to fight the ogre multiple times in this encounter very early on. You definitely have an advantage here with Yubi.
I really like this part.
I should have camped early. I think for these guys in particular, the move is to roll after the first hit being blocked. Don't go crazy with it. And obviously the better strategy would have been to camp immediately before moving and then equip a camp, heal, then equip this weapon. Which almost certainly... So what we're looking for here is the shield, I guess. And messed up there.
Oh dear. Move faster next time.
Trying to see where this gambit wheel keeps going.
Let's see what you do with that, given your
until
position.
You run into an enemy, but it speeds up also to a point where I can't even see it, so I should really have just said no. Yeah, there's just no way you're gonna win on this without just it being random luck. And with that, you lose, I think, everything else. So that's probably not a good artifact gain card. It's too risky, it's too chance-based. About to die. So yeah, we know the caravan raiding card, robbery card, is not a good one to do. if we could get gold, getting a helm here would be great. And then I guess you could do something like this. And then we could do this. Apparently we cannot recharge our bomb. Yeah, it seems like we got rid of our bomb there, so that was a really bad move. So can we?
A tool of the greatest
That
of
requires
assassins.
15 fame,
and
so we
now
won't be
in
able to
your
use it.
hands.
Can we just make it to the next level after this level and upgrade the armor? Yeah. Mistakes have been made. I guess if this is another rather short mission, or short, smaller levels.
A tool that once held you at death's door, now in your hands.
It's probably the wrong weapon. Trying to use Colburn's sword is probably the wrong move here too, because we're not getting weapons, we're getting armor. Just ragdoll at 400 damage. Is that considered a bomb item? Because if it is, then Hubie could refill it.
Victory. You are learning.
Is it a bomb? I don't think it is. I think it's an artifact. So we want to upgrade this helmet. Then we want to escape out of this area. So if we spare him, we get a blessing. If we slay him, we get an item. High roll here. Now we have a different helmet. Let's continue on and get our helmet back. So,
Rough
to upgrade
and
this
ready,
item
but fit for
at the
task.
blacksmith, to unlock the token, it says. There we go.
A reward well earned.
And I assume what that's going to do is actually end up giving us an even better helmet. What does this do? Use Thieves' Bounty ability 15 times to unlock this shard. I don't even know what the Thieves' Bounty ability is. Is that a specific card? Thieves' Bounty. Finishers against thieves drops gold. Okay. So do finishers against thieves. So this is a pretty useless card at the moment. Let's go with the bandit thieves this time. I'll freeze one of them. Okay, so really the only reason we were doing strength
Fallen once more.
was to see if this
Fortunately, this is but the
weapon
lesser game,
could be
and we can
upgraded.
try again.
We've accomplished this, so I don't think I'd want to grind out off screen on strength. Now have a reinforced helmet. And we have no idea what reinforced helmet does, but we can make a good guess that it is simply going to be a stronger helmet. We also got that change appearance at the campfire. Let's check that out. And then, yeah, we're in a very much a weird position. Still only have 2 genders. Still only have 4 race locations. By default, you seem to go bald. We unlocked a blue tarp, a white tarp, a red tarp, and a orange tarp. And feels like there might almost be another color, but not really. White is just kind of purplish. due to the campfire, I think. We still have only 4 of these symbols. And as far as items and decorations, it seems like it's all the same. So, it does feel like I really only unlocked 2 cosmetics, even though it seemed to indicate I had unlocked 4. Let's look at justice here. Let's see. Help defend the Imperial fort against waves of northern attacks. This was that incredibly strategic one where it was totally all about getting resources very quickly. I think I might want to play that off screen and not even try and show that. And then this one also I think is an incredibly strategic one. So like these 2 missions in particular I think are really different. Our temperance would have been about getting food and fighting the undead. And I could see doing that on screen. But yeah, we are in a really poor position where I kind of need to grind on this over and over again to just get the gold token. Same is sort of true for strength, but I don't think I really would want to spend my time on that. And just try and get these gold tokens to see if that gives us any kind of new item. Yeah. As far as new items go, the only thing we accomplished in this episode, besides just moving cards around and trying to play strategically, is getting a general understanding of like what Reaper's Arrow does. And we're looking for a reinforced helmet here. I don't see it. Start that over again. All the helmets really should be in the same place. Let's see if we can filter some things. Let's see. Type. Shield. Artifacts. Armor. Helm. Yeah, there should be a reinforced helmet card here, and I don't see it. Which makes me wonder if maybe there's a reinforced helmet card here. Yes, there is. Which that does make an argument to not grind and play Justice, but instead go back to Strength and start with a starter helmet of 8, a leather armor of 8, and a shield, probably not of 1, unless this buckler could be upgraded in some way. Some of these weapons definitely also make an argument for just more grinding. Unfortunately, that's where this whole game seems to fall down, is it seems like it's just you should grind more and more. Let's see. probably not what you want, and that's not what I want. Yep. It definitely feels like the move here is to just keep on grinding, keep on trying until you unlock every single possible thing that could be unlocked. And there is a real question as far as just where should it end? At what point should I just give up on this series and move on to playing a different game? It would be a very different situation, certainly, if I was actually in love with this experience. But it's not really what's happening here. Wonder if blessings might be a smart move. I guess what I have to decide, and what I'm leaning towards deciding, is I should play the High Priest off screen, I should play Strength off screen, get those 2 gold cards before I come back, or come back and quit because I can't get those 2 gold cards. Then we should probably make a episode trying Justice, trying Hangman, trying Temperance. And then that's one last opportunity to try the star. I'm not sure if we could... We could definitely try the moon also. But if I can't get this one quest done, this quest won't unlock, and the quest after it just won't unlock. And yeah, I question whether I can get this quest done. I should probably play this off screen at some point also. There definitely doesn't have a feeling, however, that there's anything really helping you. The game is not getting easier. Yes, I'm unlocking cards, but it's not really doing anything. I still don't feel like I could really do the servant. If I could do the servant, then that would probably change some things. I guess the question to ask there might be if we needed healing cards. Could we actually get that? Still don't know what dealing with thieves does. Yeah, I really wouldn't be certain as to how you would pull this one off. Just to have that huge amount of health you need. Food's not going to cut it. You know, this might not be a terrible card to run into. It's one to certainly experiment with, at least if the Desert Trek adds other places you can go. And the enemies can't follow you. That might work very nicely. Otherwise, I think a lot of these cards may be simply built around figuring out where to go. And avoiding conflict. Upgrade equipment. Iron Peak ballistics. There's still just way too many cards. Plague. I don't even remember that card at this point. Just way too many cards. Like I should have been done a while ago. I'm still scrolling through potential cards. That's way too many. And then, yeah. I wouldn't even have a clue as to what to do otherwise with that equipment. And I'd assume move is to have that. Let's see what they're recommending. Armor, where you eat less. Food. Gambler's ring. Armor. Kind of feels pretty random. Yeah. Yeah. Increasingly, unfortunately, it seems like I'm gonna just have to grind off screen. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grind on strength, see if I can get that done. I'm gonna grind on the one before strength and see if I can get that goal done. So at least the first 5 to 6 quest challenges have the gold unlocked. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and keep on watching. Thanks.